True.
You wish.
I was just saying, hour 20. We got
But
this.
welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're back from BlurryCon, and
Awesome Con.
that wet fart. That's Awesome Con. Yeah, I said it.
We are not. We're not gonna mention picking terrible.
You just gonna keep making sure them white folk ain't going to invite us.
Hey, look, they denied us 3 times.
I like y'all. They denied us in stereo.
3 separate.
It was so funny because Eris
two back.
Sue in the group chat going, "Hey yo, so why did they give us the email 3 times?" And D jokingly, so they can tell us in 3 times we don't want y'all niggas in our con. And guess what they did? Sorry, Chris. Sorry, Eris. Sorry, Dwayne.
But you know what? You know what? For us, by us, BlurCon treated us very excellently and well. We talked to Redman. It was fun. Talked to Zazzy Beats. It was great. Talked to Carl Jones multiple times over the course of the weekend. That was great.
And Awesome Con, you got to realize, sometimes all you got to do is spit the tip. And that's what we did. And that's how we got in there. Don't take pictures and shit.
No. Spit, no.
Sometimes spit on the tip. That's all you have. Sometimes it's all you need.
No, D, hear me out, sir. See, when you got it like that, like according to certain mattress actresses, when you spit the tip from a distance, that's game.
So y'all go.
Mattress actress. That's like automatic. Like just.
So in other words, on Awesome Con, next year when you see our email for press, this is all we're saying.
What's up, baby? Talk that shit now.
Come here every year. Support
these Negroes get in here.
Here's a sick part. I actually support this slowly leaking front tire of a god.
Well, let's be real. Let's be real.
It ain't at 32 psi. It was at a good 24 that weekend.
Hold on. I feel every episode we do, current events just pop in. Let's be real. The price of gas has went up. Would you want to drive your ass to Awesome Con? I wouldn't.
3 days straight.
Gas is $4 a gallon.
I ran looking at everybody's gas tank.
Let me tell you something.
You checking your bank balance.
Nigga, let me tell you how bad it is.
I'm trying to go up the street.
There are people, no bullshit. There are people that are like, I gotta save a check just to drive to work. That's how fucking dumb shit is right now. That's terrible.
All because y'all wanted Benjamin Netanyahu to do this. What the fuck?
Well, D, let's be real. That all because, apparently Donald Trump is such a great businessman that went bankrupt 6 times. He's good for business. He's good for the country.
Why do I hear like man?
I didn't know being a loser somehow qualifies it. I did not know being a fucking loser gets you the highest fucking position in the country. That is amazing. It's fucking amazing.
Does. It very much does. And
then if I knew that, I would have just been a degenerate my whole fucking life.
And then when you decide to go and do these Mitchell strikes just because your best friend that you think is your best friend tells you to, you are now 3 meetings in to what to do about this war, and your said best friend has not arrived, makes you wonder, where is he? Well, come to find out.
What the hell?
Meanwhile, everybody that he's been
allegedly, we just know that we ain't seen hide nor hair of this dude.
Meanwhile, every country he's asking for help is looking at him like this. Man, look, you ever seen somebody that asks for somebody from help and it's that whole eating the chips like, damn, that sucks. That's every country right now looking at Trump like, sucks to be you, buddy. What's for dinner tonight?
So Japan, y'all trying to help us, man?
You bet your sweet bippy I did.
So
I'm only giving them that one because they are the only country that said yes to sitting down and having a conversation with that dehydrated orange.
that's the bare minimum, sir.
Why did y'all do that, Japan?
No risk, no reward.
Sadly, I think they did think that. I really think Japan
So folks,
was really like no risk, no reward.
now that we got it out the way, like, click, subscribe, go to our YouTube channel, follow us, and go to all the social media platforms. You know what brings weebs together of all different generations? Martial art flicks.
No, elder millennials, if you will.
No. I'm saying weebs of different generations. Martial art flicks.
And ladies and gentlemen, one of the
Miles
most
may vary on.
I'm just gonna say this movie in particular. This one.
being said, though, one of the most important Americans, one of the most important Chinese men, one of the most important people who ever lived was Bruce Lee. Period. There's no way getting around it. His influence on martial arts, on combat sports, on meditation, on actually teaching people how to do martial arts, from even choreography in a movie. Bruce Lee innovated almost half of this shit. Almost half of this shit, but you know what I mean.
Can I bring up
Jordan?
Can I bring up something, D?
Yes, sir.
We said this weeks ago. You and I had this conversation weeks ago, like when we were supposed to do this episode.
Mm-hmm.
When the conversation or the question is ever brought up of who, who's the greatest martial artist in the world and all that, some people will point fingers directly to Jackie Chan. And I've always argued that as much as I like Mr. Chan, you just can't breeze past Little Dragon, aka Bruce Lee.
No, you can't. I
because this man crawled through burning shards of glass so that all the other Chinese martial artists, actors, stuntmen, whatever, can go through a door.
No bullcrap. Yeah. One of the most important minorities in Hollywood ever is actually Bruce Lee, because he was kicking down not only one of the major doors that got kicked down by Bruce Lee was the fact that there was no Asian people on television until he was on television. That's how monumental was. Him being Kato was a big fucking deal to Asian people. He was the first one there. Also, literally.
Keep in mind, because he wore a mask, it's because he wore the mask and the chauffeur hat. That's how they was able to get around it, because I personally don't think, given that this was the 1960s, that they would have let a straight-faced everyman like Bruce Lee, play the role, because he was always wearing that mask. Now you remember back in the 1960s, we always saw was nothing but caricatures of what East Asian people look like in Hollywood.
But going
the funk
it was the most racist thing ever.
The Fu Manchu, that crap.
Mickey Rooney doing that shit.
Mickey Rooney doing that little bit, set Asian people back so far. Here's another thing, and this is something that we didn't bring up, but we're more mature now and we know what history about it is. Yeah. But we didn't really put out there how big of a deal Pat Morita showing up was also.
Yeah. That was a big deal.
And that's what I'm saying. You see how long it was. That was like what, 85?
Yeah.
And Bruce Lee 84. Bruce died 10 years before that. And between that time, yes, you saw more Asian people on television and movies, but none had a name. And then here comes Pat Morita. So that's
hold on though. Prior to that though, Bruce Lee, people don't know this. He got hoed by Hollywood because he got hoed by Hollywood big time, because what happened was right around Enter the Dragon, he pitched the show Kung Fu. And what ended up happening was they were like,
this was actually years before he pitched Kung Fu.
So this is before Enter the Dragon or after Enter the Dragon?
Way before Enter the Dragon.
Okay, so he pitched Kung Fu, right? This is before Enter the Dragon. He pitched Kung Fu. Studios like, hey, that's an interesting story. They said, yeah, we ain't gonna get you. We're gonna get David Carradine.
They put
Like
a
the
white boy
idea,
in it.
the idea for the idea for Kung Fu was the fact that it was taken away from him because Bruce didn't know anything about copyright or
Mhm.
pending. Once that whole thing was snatched from him, he said, "Screw this."
I'm going back.
He went to before he went before he went overseas. It was actually he found out that Hong Kong loves his character Kato. In fact, they don't even call that show the Green
Kato
Hornet.
show.
It was just called the Kato Show. And one person in particular, a producer in Hong Kong named Raymond Chow of Golden Harvest. Yes, that's right, people. Golden Harvest would not be a thing if it wasn't for Bruce Lee.
Yep.
He got him. He got a hold of Bruce and said, "Look, I'm going to put you in a movie. You are going to be the starring, you're going to be in the starring role, and it's going to be this little film called The Big Boss." That was Bruce's first movie, first major movie of him being the star, and it did gangbusters overseas. And he learned that, hey, even though he had a miserable time in Thailand where they shot it, he went back and did 3 more movies before Hollywood finally decided to get a hold of him in 1973, and they went and shot Enter the Dragon while he was in the middle of shooting Game of Death.
Yep.
Now, and keep in mind, this is what also which takes me back to why I said that he's the greatest, is because do you guys not know that from 1973 to 1983, Hong Kong was everybody was looking for the next Bruce Lee. Nobody was trying to look for the next Jackie. Nobody was really looking at Jackie Chan as, oh, he's the next Bruce Lee, even though they did get Jackie and put him in Bruce Lee movies, Bruce Lee stories where he was the main character. But it wasn't until Jackie came into his own with, movies like, even though Drunken Master, the first one came out in the 1970s, and then you had the other films, like his other comedic physical comedy action films, like was it Fearless Hyena and stuff like that.
I'm sorry.
He carved a path for himself, and not to mention that Jackie also came from the Peking Opera House. Bruce was not a student of Peking Opera House, but he made his own.
But still, there was nobody to take the mantle.
Yeah, no one could take
it. There was just nobody there. Now, yes, Trey. There was Bruce Lee.
Like I said, there was many clones.
There was Bruce Lee. There was Bruce Liu.
There was Bruce Lee, Bruce Liu, Dragon Lee.
Dragon Lee. Yeah.
Oh, there was a movie called They Call Me Bruce.
My favorite movie.
There's a movie called The Many Clones of Bruce Lee.
Yep.
No bull crap, y'all. The best Bruce Lee clone movie, and D recommends it, y'all. It's bad, but it's great. It is called Exit the Dragon, Enter the Tiger. The movie is shit, but it's gold. It is gold.
The Bruce exploitation for a full decade.
Here's the
That's
kicker.
what we got.
A good chunk of episodes of Kung Fu actually has a lot of Bruce exploitation movies in it.
Exactly.
Yep.
The Bruce exploitation movies, believe it or not, actually kind of helped Hong Kong and the martial arts scene. It sounds stupid, but it did.
It kept the ecosystem, because let's be real, Bruce Lee dying, that was a huge kneecap to the industry at that time. So when you have all these Bruce exploitation movies coming out, it kept everything alive for a minute until your Jet Lees and your Donnie Yens and all them, and all them started coming up, and it was like, all right, cool, we got something here, we're good.
You literally had to wait until the next generation showed up. That's pretty much what happened.
I would say that, and I would also argue that we also had this other conversation as well, D. Where would Bruce Lee be if he never died? What would his career have been like if he had just kept going? I said if anything, my personal belief was, I believe that Bruce would be where Andy Lau is.
And I was cool with that because that
Doing
makes the
action
most sense.
films or just doing drama?
No. He would be doing anything. I mean, it was
Anything.
like just to show his range of what Bruce could do. It's because of the fact that he was, his life was cut so short that we didn't get to see the full range of what Bruce could do. Bear in mind, a lot of people don't ever like, they never bring it up because they only bring up like the only 5 movies that he was a major star in. Bruce was a child star. He was a child actor.
Yeah.
Because his father was an actor.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing Ernie Reyes mention that, like when talking about Bruce, like he was a child actor.
Yeah,
like
and given the fact that he has been in movies ever since he was a kid, I could see him doing like pivoting into doing other types of movies. Okay, we good?
I don't know. I think I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was my internet. I'm like, that's good.
No,
but no.
What I was saying was Andy Lau, like much like Andy Lau, Anthony Wong, Simon Yam, all these like everybody else, they have all shown their range of of how they can make movies. Because like you look at someone like Andy Lau, he's not a martial artist, but he's done martial arts in a lot of his movies.
Yeah,
I will say this, Eris. After us having that conversation, I'm going with the I would say the smart historical, going from a history aspect of it. I think Bruce would end up being a teacher. Period.
Oh, that too.
I don't know how his movie career would have been, but I think the side that I wanted to see personally more than anything get cultivated was his side of the martial arts. What was the next step he was going to do? Did he have any plans? If he didn't have plans, what was his impact going to be on the budding, growing thing that will be in the next decade, which will be the thing that will pop up the things that will come up like in kickboxing and stuff like that, where you have a part in that. Would you?
He would have wrote a series of books, that's for sure.
It's like this. And here's a weird thing. Would you enter the dumb, wacky world that is professional wrestling? Just to, would he made a I'm not saying would he took part in it, would he like take an appearance there?
What I'm saying? No, but you think about it, WMAC Masters came from an idea from him.
And that's another thing. And
it was his daughter that became the host.
One of the most important things that Bruce Lee did was that whole thing. In the beginning of the movie, we see him doing it. Him and another guy that was sparring to each other.
That was Sammo Hung.
Sammo Hung, yes. Him and Sammo Hung was sparring in the beginning. What did that look like? That looked like
that was MMA.
That was predating that's what predated MMA, because Bruce Lee truly believed for it to be the perfect fighter, he would have to be what we describe what an MMA artist is today.
He put that man in a fucking wrestling hold that I've done only one time in my 3 years of wrestling.
Exactly.
That's a hard move to just put somebody in. You have to do a lot of maneuvering.
Roll him over, arm bar, my man. Yep. Tap it out.
That's a legit move.
Legit. And that's what I'm saying. That's so wild. Because Bruce Lee, here's another thing that Bruce Lee didn't think he did, but he did. Him saying that, him making this movie was sending a shockwave to a young man who was from Toronto, who was in the Marines. When he fell off the back of his truck, it hit him. I need to make something that the world remembers, something that they will remember me for. I'm going to lie about the Kumite. If it wasn't for Bruce, no bullshit.
No, it's true.
If it wasn't for Bruce Lee,
Frank Dukes.
Hold on. Here's the real fun part. If it was no Bruce Lee, there would be nothing that would inspire Count Dante to be the dude that he was. Mm-hmm. Without Count Dante doing what they call the tandem death matches, what Bruce Lee intended to see, which was nothing but a big ass tournament, Bruce Lee was there for that. That being said, that inspired on him. His whole little Black Dragon Society. Guess who joined that? Frank Dukes. Guess what Frank Dukes did? Made Bloodsport.
I want people to
And
understand.
guess what Frank Dukes pushed? Just like Bruce Lee. It should be a mixture of fighting styles to be the perfect fighter.
But here's the
Fuck me.
people don't realize, like, Enter the Dragon as a movie, without it, you don't get Street Fighter, you don't get
You get
Tekken, you
Mortal
don't get Mortal
Kombat.
Kombat, you don't get the tournament tropes in those video games. Take it a step
Shit,
further.
and some of the anime either.
No, that's what I'm
Some of
about to
the
get to.
anime too.
Take it a step further. Yu Yu Hakusho, for my money, was the thing that perfected the tournament tropes in anime that every anime, even to this day, with Jujutsu Kaisen, with the culling shit that's going on right now,
Mhm.
that's also kind of sort of like a tournament type shit that's going on. Like, this movie really like emphasized, like, yo, what happens if you take people from different martial arts disciplines and put them in a tournament on an island?
Hopping, I mean, from the boat ride to the island in the middle of nowhere. Everybody that sat down and watched that episode of me doing the Tekken animated movie, it's Enter the Dragon. It's Enter the Dragon.
Like, even down to the personalities, you get I say Byron Saxon,
John
Saxon.
Saxon,
Jim
which by the
Kelly.
way, Eris, I paused it on accident and got this line and this face. Hold on.
What is that? Take the thing down. I didn't see this.
What you been doing since now?
Look at that face. That's a dude that shot somebody in Nam and don't want to talk about it.
Mm-mm.
Like, all these characters, like John Saxon's character
I
is
just
basically,
hated it. Sorry.
John Saxon's character is a degenerate gambler, and this tournament is his way of escaping his gambling debts.
D will have to say this. Warner Brothers, bravo on you for getting a decent, good-looking white guy for this movie. I will say that.
That can
That
actually
can
kind of
actually
sort of
move.
fight a little bit. It's
Let's
like, all right,
Let's
cool.
also keep
Okay,
it-
that
let's
being
keep-
said,
let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck, gentlemen. A good 60% of the people that are in this movie are students of Bruce.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
they are.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Saxon actually got some
Saxon,
tips
Jim
from him.
Kelly, like
Mhm.
Saxon, Jim Kelly, and Bolo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And here's the funny thing about this is now I will admit this. When Saxton had his fight at the end of the movie, me and my boys, we were like, white guy kick, white guy punch, white guy kick. Here's me. No, here's me. I was like this, step dead throw.
Look, Saxon went from I want to do some kicks to fuck it, back alley brawl.
Yeah, I know, because he was
And I'm
doing
fine
these-
with it. I am
Did you see
perfectly
that?
fine with that.
boy, that sidekick he did. Me and my son, your favorite nephew, Harris, he did that sidekick and Miss Tay like this. Sit down. Why is he fighting there? Like, nah, y'all ain't gonna disrespect that.
Listen,
You know how bad it is? I'm trying to defend 1960s white belt punching. I'm gonna be like, stop talking shit. John Saxton got it. No, why? See, he get rough with my niggas.
Look. Chuck Norris is about as close as you're going to get to actually a white person actually doing a high kick. Anything after that, you're
I hate how
scraping
Chuck,
barrel
I
on
stand
that
by
one.
what I say. Chuck
Well,
Norris
except
is
for
really-
actually modern day, we got what's his face?
Eris.
God damn it, I keep forgetting his name.
Okay, both of you actually, guys. This is what I'm about to show y'all is one of the most egregious things. There is a reason why it is very important that I bring up my hatred for David Carradine.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking hate David Carradine. I think he is one of the most overrated, never achieved anything actors of all time. And a bunch of you white boys and our circle of critics gave him passes because he was in your favorite Z-rated movie. He's a bum, always been a bum. I want y'all to look at this racist ass shit. This is the nigga that took the show away from Bruce Lee. Look what they did to this man's face. Also, I understand. Look at ass face, man. This white boy took it from Bruce Lee.
D. Kung Fu, the legend continues.
Brother,
There's one thing y'all gotta understand. See, D and everybody that does B movies will understand what I'm about to say. Y'all need to understand there's a relationship of dad jeans and David Carradine.
Yeah.
Dad jeans and David Carradine were like this in the 1990s.
I want people
son.
to understand. I want people to understand something. I'm joking, of course, but here's the thing. Let me tell you how the stark difference with David Carradine and other actors. When Adrian
David Carradine didn't bother to act. That's
no,
what.
hold on. When Adrian Paul gives a fucking Highlander, which was dropping around the same time as Kung Fu the Legend continues, that shows you the stark difference between somebody that actually can fight and somebody that's on some bullshit like David Carradine was in that
I
show.
just like how they made it a detective show.
They had no choice because he wasn't carrying that show. They gave it to his son that nobody remembers.
Was that his real son, or was that like
No,
his
that was just actor son. It was his actor son.
But yeah,
I'm mad
yeah.
that show got 100 episodes.
I'm so sad that I'm so mad that I'm so mad that I had to mention Kung Fu the Legend.
I mentioned that.
But we have to mention. See, when I think of this, all I think is that denim. I think of denim. I just see denim.
Let me tell you something. Here's how
and then they gave look at the hair that they gave David. David will rock this thing for the rest of his life because that will be the closest thing to he will ever be, I guess.
This man was rocking corduroys and sandals and was like, I know Kung Fu. And I'm like, all right, bro. They had a slow motion do. Every time he was fighting, it was like the most, we're going to do slow motion kicks because, mystical and all that. I'm like,
all right, Dave, you know you're not that quick.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Adrian Paul's out here doing sword fights and kicking the shit out of fucking other immortals. Like what do we do? Like, man.
Now, give us your Scottish accent. This is my Scottish accent. That is not Scottish. Let's just go. Come on, let's go. Let's do it.
All right, Adrian. We see your 8-pack. All right, Jesus.
Anyway, women like they like the ponytail.
But the Enter the Dragon though, like
get this, gentlemen. The cast. I know we mentioned like the people that's in it so far. One of the actors that where is he? Yes, Shi Qian, who plays Mr. Han.
Yeah.
That gentleman has been in quite a few Hong Kong movies.
Of course. I mean, look, kidney failure. That's kind of crazy how he died on that one.
Yep.
I mean, but hey, he lived to 96. That's amazing.
Dude, he was in one of my favorite movies starring Elizabeth Lee. Remember I told you guys about that movie, which was like a big who's who of Hong Kong action stars, Widow Warriors. He's in that movie. He was in A Better Tomorrow 3.
Really?
Yep.
I barely remember that, so that's probably why.
Yeah, he actually played he played the father of one of the characters in it. I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
I want to say it's is it fucking
Moon or Moon
I'm trying to think if it's Chow Yun-Fat's character that he's the dad of. But I think that Chow Yun-Fat's character was Mark, I believe. So I don't think it is.
What else was he in?
No, that's Tony Leung's character's dad. Holy shit. All right.
He was in The Young Master with Jackie Chan.
Yep, I remember Young Master.
He was also in Hong Kong Playboys. That's funny. He was in Fearless Duo. He was in Hong Kong 1941, Hong Kong Godfather, Mad Mission 4, You Never Die Twice, Millionaires Express. I remember that movie.
Yeah, I mean he's been
First Vampire in China, Lady in Black. That was a good movie starring Bridget Lin.
I mean he's been there. I mean we got Linda Lee. She was in it.
Linda Lee was in it.
Robert Wall plays O'Hara, who
the last person to actually see Bruce alive is in this movie.
Who?
And the contact that Bruce meets up with on Han's Island, Mei Ling, the girl who threw the dart.
You mean Su Lin, you mean?
No, Mei Ling.
Oh, I'm getting his sister and
the girl. Not his sister.
Sorry, I'm getting them mixed up. Yeah.
No, the girl.
Betty Chung.
Yeah, Betty Chung. That she's in this movie.
Yeah, I think she was
She plays Mei Ling, the FBI correspondent.
yeah. Yeah, it's too bad she died early. Kind of wild. 1975.
Oh, Betty Chung.
Yeah. She died.
Huh.
Well, yeah.
Let me see.
Oh no, she's still alive.
No. She's still alive.
I'm thinking it was somebody else that was showing. Never mind. I got it mixed up. But no, it's this is a movie that okay.
And our boy Robert Wall as Ohada. Breaking the bottle. I have never seen, bro, that maneuver got DOA counter. That maneuver got DOA counter so quick.
I know we're gonna be all over the place, but there was a moment in this movie that I had to laugh my ass off at when my man was like, "You're not wearing the uniform," and I like how Bruce gave him that "if you don't get the fuck out of my face" look. Like,
Chris, I believe the line was, first of all, you gonna barge into my room and tell me you
no. I'm talking the day before when
that's the scene I'm talking about. You're gonna barge in Bruce's room while he's practicing his kata, and he goes, "You will attend the morning ritual in uniform." Bruce only had one word as a response: outside.
No, I'm talking about the dude that said it the next day when he had his whole.
Oh, that was that was the other random.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That look he gave him, like, nigga, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, like,
it's like, why are you not in uniform? That horrible dub, by the way.
That look that he gave him, that was like, that's a nigga look right there. Like,
it's like, you want me in this dirty brown gi? Get out of my face.
Actually, and also that look was, what are you going to do about it? Thank you. Exactly. It's like,
you know that famous Bruce move when you try to grab his shoulder and it doesn't budge.
You mean the Brian Dennehy from First Blood? The message.
No. Bruce started this. He started that.
Well, you
got to give
credit. The dark side.
You got to give credit where credit's due.
Superman's cape type of joke, like, hey, hold on, cuz.
Hold on,
no, not that. No, not that.
No. Talking about the Brian Dennehy, the message grab.
No, it's when you try to make Bruce do something by grabbing his shoulder or arm and you can't even budge it.
Listen, yo, can we talk about Han real quick? I feel very disappointed in him. That is the most.
How?
You want to know why? That is the most stolen valor shit ever. This is the guy that's supposed to be dangerous. He had a gimmick, and when you took that gimmick away, that dude was getting washed.
Okay.
Let's keep it a buck. Hold on, let's keep it a buck. Going off of the premise of this movie, Chris, I will say that Mr. Han is Shang Tsung without the shape shifting.
Take the claw out here, man. Fucking Black Belt Jones will beat his ass like a rented mule.
So, all right.
He was kind of holding his own against Jim Kelly though. Even without the fake, even without the
that claw. As soon as he kicked him, I was like, well, Jim Kelly lost like 80% of his health.
He didn't even have the claw. He didn't have the claw.
No, it was just he hit the metal thing. And I was like, he lost 80% of his health. It's like, wow, he's already in heat mode. Damn.
Go ahead, dude. Go ahead.
So first off, yes, Chris. He would we all right. When he put on the iron hand, we was like, I was like, oh shit. I'm like, oh shit, he got his pimp hand. And my son was like, what you talking about? And all you saw was
it was the repeated chop. Oh no, for me, it was the repeated chop followed by him removing the glove, and you see that the hand is doing the Kyrie Irving.
Exactly. Oh my god!
That's the moment he took the glove off. I'm like,
when he did that, when he did that, I turned to the boy. See, I got these tiny hands. I'm like, he got Trump hands. He got iron Trump hands.
Hey, look, I'm talking shit about him, but I do appreciate the villainy of it and how he loses the hand. And I like how at the end when he lost the fucking the tiger claw hand. And that big blowout mark, he said, "Fuck this shit! I gotta get the fuck up out of here."
When he did that, no,
it's when you go.
Both my sons, get it! Don't pick it back up.
No, hey, that's where they got the idea for Vega from. As soon as you lose the claw, you gotta pick it.
Okay,
Vega had two hands.
This is what I wanted to say.
No, but but the claw hand still. He loses the claw, which Mr. Han has in this
Yeah.
movie.
And he scrambled to try to get it back. Here's the thing. All right, check it out.
He had a bear claw, the regular 4-claw. He had the skeleton hand, which I would like to believe was his actual hand.
He
That's
had
what I
the Sunday leisure hand. You know,
Sunday
The Sunday
leisure
leisure hand.
He had the one that just did this. Like, what you need that for? Tuesday.
He had the Michael Jackson glove hand.
rhinestones.
The rhinestones.
He got off. That nigga got off the wall on the back of his wall of his office and shit.
Hold on. There's a random, straight up. It's not even like a metal hand or nothing. It's just the straight up little Hulk gloves you get.
It's the fact that he has a collection of these hands. I'm like, bro.
Okay. This is what I want to say. My sons, shout out to Donovan and Sante. Both of my sons have been really, really listening to their dad riff because these niggas had me dying. And one of the lines was this: that motherfucker want to send somebody to Detroit so bad. They was like, any second now, take him to Detroit. They was like, I like, this is not that movie, guys.
No.
Stop that. Stop that. They was like, any second, he's gonna say, take him to Detroit.
Send him to
These
Detroit.
niggas had me dying.
Which is funny because way down in the basement of Hans Island was a collection of captured women,
Boy,
drugged and sent to God knows where.
Sir.
I know which island they went to after they left this island.
Topical, D.
Well, hold on, sir. You messed up here. You just scooped past the drugs. They had the best opium that you can get on the market.
Yeah, they did.
It ain't nothing like getting your ass beat
Hold up.
by a shorter. Look, hold on, Eris. There's nothing worse getting your black ass beat by a short Asian man with a bunch of heroin addicts around you.
Hey, Chris, you said it. You said it best. It's the wire all over it again. Right off the island string.
Straight off the bowstring.
What's up, baby? Talk that shit now.
They brew that opium right there on the island, son.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of like Saxon when he saw his boy Hank hung up like that, beat the shit. I was like,
I know. These like my boys like they lynched him. They ain't lynched him. They ain't nothing around his throat. They ain't nothing around his throat. They ain't lynched him.
That was a single beat down of Han saying there were questions that I was forced to ask. I got no answers.
And my pimp hand was strong that day.
Very strong.
I'm looking at Bruce like, hey, Bruce.
Extra life strong.
I'm looking at Bruce like, no, that's your
Popped
fault.
him with my ring finger.
I'm looking at Bruce like, hey, Bruce, that's your fault. Got black.
You did this. You did this shit.
You did this.
You see that? You see
Where's my
this?
reparations?
See that Asian people?
To the family.
You see that Asian people? How we do shit for y'all?
No. I got to side with Bruce on this, gentlemen. Bruce was sent there to do a job. Jim was out there
doing katas.
Doing katas with the 1970s headphones after he done smashed like four
hopefully of age girls.
That too.
Look of age.
Because
hopefully of age.
When one actually got the nerve to have a brush talking about where are you going? Out in the moonlight, baby. It is not allowed. Oh, really? Goodbye. You got it on your own accord, sir.
All right, when he did that, I'm like this. All right, now check this out, Jim. I will always respect you for what you did for the image of black people and what you did for us to make us really want to be in martial arts. That was a yellow nigga line. That was Jim Kelly is an all the way light-skinned nigga, and I need y'all to understand that.
The lightest of light skin lines. Right
Real talk, y'all. I love Jim Kelly, but there's a level of corny in Jim Kelly that you're gonna have to accept. Okay, there's a level of corny you're gonna have to accept with Jim Kelly. That's all I'm saying. I'm not downing the man's legacy. I'm just stating a fact.
The shout outs to the white girl who
what Chris?
What Chris?
North Carolina's out the tournament. VC.
What? Don't do that. I thought we found BB.
VCU.
I don't know. I know we found BB in the heart.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Stay
Stay
tuned on that one. Stay tuned on that one.
Stay
But anyways, continue. Sorry, it just popped up.
They're just gonna AI him, and we're not gonna
When-
know that he's dead
When
until 4
homegirl,
years from now.
when homegirl said, he said, "Go ahead, pick one." She brought brought a bunch of girls to his room and tells them to pick one. Bear in mind, Jim, I get it, sir. You got to show black man machismo here. You go, I'll take you, and you, and you, and you, and skip over that one. You. Please forgive me for anybody that I missed. It's been a big day, and I'm a little tired.
Jim, you got a line of cocaine in that trunk, and you about to fuck the shit.
Homegirl says, "Oh, of course, Mr. Williams. You have to conserve your strength." The way that she said that, I'm like, "Oh yeah, you see right through the BS."
I like how Williams' background was basically.
I wasn't trying to talk myself out of it.
I like how Williams' background was basically racism. So you're escaping from that. Gotcha.
Well,
Where you going, Jig? This Jig.
The second I heard Jig, I was like, okay, we're doing
1973 racism.
I mean, we talked about it the hard way. You know, same thing. You know,
And how is it that you as just
Say, Bruce, I gotta be in this thing. They got to call me a jigaboo.
You as a martial artist, by the way, beat the bejesus out of 2 white cops and then take off in said squad car.
Hey,
that's wonderful 1970s movie shenanigans. I love it.
First off, man, you ain't shit. He's Italian, Jewish, Italian. I mean, that's fair. Possibly.
Anyway.
Nah, but like the whole thing with the island is funny because they're having this whole little dinner and stuff, and you know, Williams is just like, yeah, I don't know if I can keep this food down and stuff. They serve me chicken fingers and all this other shit, and I'm like, all right, I don't know.
Sir.
Chicken feet. Oh, but I like how all of it was based
scorpions and whatnot, all the exotic food.
No, that's what Jim said. Now I know we be making fun of Asian people, they eat cats and shit. But if I swear they come out here with some bugs, and the second they came out with that platter, so y'all gonna bring the food in here and not even gonna wash the animal.
Hey.
You know what? I don't know how true that is, but every time I see one of those videos from China of somebody killing a chicken, here's me. Are you gonna wash that thing?
I was with Bruce when he was talking to John Saxon earlier. In that scene, by the way, he's like, "You seem to be very at home here, Mr. Roper." And he's like, "Well, I think Han's got a wonderful sense of style and good hospitality. Yeah, I'd say it's great." "And why are you so apprehensive?"
What do you mean apprehensive?
No. I was just wondering if it's okay to drink the water. Roper, don't con me.
Hey,
I
listen.
love that there's an element. This is the real talk. There's an element of like a spy movie in this movie. It's very 1960s.
Oh, which it is.
Borderline James Bond-esque type of movie when they have the little sneaking in and all the rest of their shit, which kind of goes back to Frank Dukes again, because Frank Dukes wanted to be a ninja and James Bond. Look, we got blood sport. Shut the fuck up.
No, it's here's where this is the overall silliness of this movie. It's the feds approach Bruce and tell him, "We want you to go and infiltrate Han's island. Find out if he's got this. Do all this
Guns,
stuff,
drugs, the whole shit.
No, not yet. Find out if he's got, we believe he's got drugs. If you can get evidence that he has all this on the island, then we will come in." When Bruce asked probably the most realistic question ever, guns. Now, why does somebody have a 45 and bang, solve the problem?
That's a fair question. Very fair question. I mean,
and of course, if he gets captured, The U.S. government will
We know nothing of
completely.
this.
We know
Hold
nothing
on.
of this. We had no
Best
involvement.
part, only like a quarter of the joke falls under jurisdiction. So if he has a gun, because bad guys play by gentleman rules, if he has a gun, they can run in there and storm in the joint. Not like there's a whole horde of white bitches under there getting addicted to heroin.
I mean, look.
It's weird.
Or Shanghai old men
So here's
from
the thing.
When I heard-
backwater bars.
I laughed when he said, "Oh, Shanghai." When he said, "Oh, they Shanghai," and I was like, "That's very racist." But yes, I did kidnap them.
Yeah.
Just lost drunken men who don't care where they wake up the next day.
This is during that time where you could just make up shit about Asian mystical islands and shit. And here's the funny thing: I always put that on Americans doing it, and I said what I said in Island of Fire. No, the Chinese do it to themselves. they know what they write. They know they make goofy shit. They know what they doing.
I mean, look, I'll say this: like, there's the beginning parts of the movie. To Dee's point, we're seeing the whole mixed martial arts thing, but it's also Bruce Lee kind of going over his sort of manifesto, so to speak. The art of fighting without fighting. The whole thing of like, don't pay attention to where I'm pointing at. You have to pay attention to your surroundings.
I got you, Chris.
Yeah.
It is like a finger, like pointing to the star. Smacks a student upside the head. Don't concentrate on the finger, or you will miss out on all that heavenly glory.
I hate Bruce for setting Asian people back with his voice so much. Like, it's like this. I love Yoda, Bruce Lee. Do not get me wrong. I love that. Follow the finger. I love that shit. But do you know how much that set the Asian people back in America?
I mean,
do
like,
you know all of that? Oh, mystical flower. You know how all of that.
I feel he leaned into that and just said,
but you had to, because come on,
yeah,
fucking Chris is awesome.
Yeah, like
he leaned into it, except for moments where he legit asked like the most realistic question. Guns. Now, why doesn't somebody have a 45 and bang solves the question?
The look on his face when they gave him that flimsy excuse of they can't have guns. He just eye roll him.
Hey, listen,
stupid.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's stupid. I just pointed out the plot hole and y'all just ran past.
I gotta be real. This was kind of like a cold line a little bit because
that was the coldest line.
Here's the thing.
It was boards don't hit back.
Past that though, you all, even in real life, you get people that do these gestures to show how tough they are, and you're just sitting back like, what the fuck is that doing? Like
your boy and Chris, best example is your boy. Casey.
Yeah. It's like you little primatine there, like
smack. That's gonna cost you, Tinkerbell.
Stop. I'm sorry.
I'll never call golf a dull game again.
I'm sorry. I opened up the chest that is TMNT.
No, but you're fine. You're fine. Oh, you're fine, D. Because
it's Golden Harvest.
It's Golden Harvest.
It's Golden
same universe.
Hey, but D ain't lying.
Same cinematic universe.
Yo, D ain't lying because when Casey said, "Oh," I'm like, okay, that was funny. That grunt.
I'm sorry. I always lose it. You little. I always lose
the gesture. He's like a little private.
Here's the thing, yo, O'Hara had to be the most. Oh, you're getting your ass kicked because as soon as he hit that, I was like, Bruce was looking at him like, oh, I'm gonna wreck your shit after this.
I told you he was already gonna do it from the. You will attend the morning ritual in uniform. Like Bruce is like, I could kill you right here in my room. I'm going to do it at the tournament.
This fight right here is hilarious because even to this day, them quick hits he got on O'Hara is fucking hilarious. That man was like, bip, and it's like, oh shit, the fuck happened?
When you, first of all, you eat you eat two backhands, and on the third time, it's like, counter, backhand.
Do you know what?
You got hit with the same backhand.
You know why I like this scene? I'm just gonna be real with you. The reason why I like this scene. The reason why I like this scene is because I can speak minority.
That
I
is-
know why you wrote that scene that way, Bruce. Yeah, the white guy don't get no punches in. I agree.
This fight was a wash from the beginning.
That was a 10-0 matchup. I'm not even going to give it dignified to a 9-1.
Boy, you
That is
gave
a
the
10-0.
controller. You gave the controller to a 3-year-old who has a phone in his hand. Why would you like, yo? If he pressed X repeatedly, I would be surprised. You got your ass.
Sir, you did press X. That was the counters. Bit. Nah, and then this is the destiny of a cheater when he grabs some fucking sake bottles and was like, "Let's dance," and I'm like, "Oh, you're dead, sir."
Bruce like, oh, now I got the green light. I can murder him.
It's the leap on the chest. That
No,
man,
the roundhouse kick that took him down to the ground.
bro, he foot dived his ass on his
And
chest.
I keep forgetting that foot dive doesn't end like that because the foot dive doesn't end with the snap because everybody thinks that joke. You know that.
No,
that,
Bolo did it to my man, that one of the guards that failed the previous night. He did that.
No, Bolo killed at least 4 people. Especially
I
after
want to say
Han.
3 people because one guy
Well,
just got
no, it was 3.
punched in the face and then he just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna fake dead."
No, if
I'm a fake dead.
No, he didn't.
I'm talking about the
fake
second to last guy.
No, but you remember, Chris, he did that step back.
No, I'm talking about the second to last guy before he fucking cradled the last dude like this and shit and broke his back.
Okay, he cradled him, and the other guy, I believe, he punched him. And let's just keep
He
it.
punched him, and that dude said,
No, but let's just keep it the 1970s movie shenanigans. The
Yeah.
punch killed him.
Yeah.
He killed everybody.
There was enough
guess.
force in the punch to kill him.
Yes, he punched him directly in the temple. He's
sorry.
dead.
Hey, look. I don't feel bad for that last dude that tried to run away because if I see Bolo do that, I'm like, you know what, bro? Just kill me now. I don't give a fuck at this point.
What I love is that everybody that falls down in this movie, they all have that same Charlie Brown sound effect when they hit the ground.
They sound like the Pink Panther when he falls down.
Yes, that one. This is how you know
Eric.
that's how you know this is from the 70s. Yes, I look, I'm sorry, I'm a nerd. Okay, I'm a nerd for stuff like this. I recognize sound effects from that era, and I'm like, oh
Did you
wow,
love-
it was in this movie too.
No,
Did
you know what
love
I love?
Speed
No,
Racer
I'm sorry to
Mark
go back.
Yes.
To go back to what you said earlier, Eris. Yeah, I'll be scared too.
That part.
Look at that. Look at the pecs on this guy's. The veins from his pecs alone tells you that's a man that's gonna kill you.
For me, it's the evil demon time smile.
Yes.
Dude's shoulders.
That's a dude that is
shoulders.
getting in your butthole. I'm sorry.
Hey, look, man. Look at that dude's shoulders. That's crazy.
First
That's
of all,
crazy.
you pulling my man's hair, and you just hear that snap.
Look, Bolo was a force to be reckoned with. I mean, I remember even in Double Impact when he had that fucking missing eye and shit. I was like, just kill me now.
You just got
Well, no, you got
him missing an eye just made him stronger.
It really did.
He just got stronger.
So, first of all, Bolo ate a shotgun blast to the face.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. I'm like, nah.
Sorry, it wasn't the shotgun. He had the shotgun.
Yes.
He ate a regular gunshot. I believe that was a
Regular
45.
guns don't do nothing to Bolo. You got to shotgun him.
Gave him a scar across the cheek and messed up his eye. So it did a little something to slow him down.
Nah, that's what made him facing off against Saxon so hilarious because Saxon was like, fuck it, dirty, bit his fucking leg and was like, all right, bet.
I thought that fight was gonna be something else because watching this movie, like when you watch this movie for the first time, matter of fact, if you were to take yourself back to 1973 when this movie came out, in your mind, you thinking that when Bruce is getting ready to take that step, he taking them 2 steps to go ahead and fight Bolo. I was like, oh snap, we about to get Bruce and Bolo. John hits them with the nah, let me cook.
And we commenced seeing the most unbelievable fight in the whole movie.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable to you. I told you he went into back alley brawl mode and he won.
He went into
No,
I could do
no.
this all day mode.
Yeah, basically
That's what I
like
was saying. No, we wouldn't. That's what we said. Come on, buddy. I got all day. You know when a white guy starts saying white guy things? Well. Look what the cat dragged.
Hey, to be fair though, I did like the camera shot of Saxon when he's telling Bruce, "I got this," and Bruce is like,
just
"All right." And I like how he folded his arm and just backed off, like, "All right, bro, you got it."
and that like the famous kicking the camera move that Bruce did, John Saxon did. That right there
I
was
like that.
yeah. Well, apparently someone in I believe Harada liked it too because he put it in Tekken 5.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's.
I think
Which again it goes into what I had said before, that if it was not for Bruce Lee, when it comes to fighting games, what's the number one out of all the martial artists that exist? Who's the one martial artist who gets his own character archetype? It's Bruce. You have a Bruce Lee in almost every major fighting game.
If you want a character in the fighting game that does Jeet Kune Do very well, John Lee in Dead or Alive.
I will say this: the only person that comes close to Bruce Lee, I hate saying this, is Hulk Hogan. When it comes to being like a video game character,
of who's
there's
been
a wrestler. There's always a wrestler, and there's always an American wrestler.
You're right.
And it always is
because you got Bass. You got Bass and DOA. He's clearly
and even
Hogan.
though Raiden is clearly Vader, there's a lot of Hulk Hogan in that. You know what I mean?
No,
yeah.
So, I'm just saying. I'm not
one,
trying to say this.
The biggest example, Alex from Street Fighter. He's Hogan.
Yeah. Well, now he's Kenny Omega, but we're not going there.
No. I'm taking it back to like
it's clearly
Street
Hogan.
Fighter 3.
It's
He is Hogan. Him versus Hugo. That like their special intro together is literally Hogan and Andre the Giant.
But I will say
yes, bump.
But only other outside of that, like because let's keep it real. Muhammad Ali don't get that. Hoist Gracie doesn't get that.
Yeah.
God, any other swordsman outside of probably Jubei, which. You know that nigga might be fictional, right? There's like nobody that really has that archetype in every fucking game like Bruce Lee. From World Heroes to games now, you're going to get a Bruce Lee clone of somebody, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting because if you talk about like iconic stuff that this movie had, this poster's fucking iconic, I ain't gonna lie.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Very.
Like one of my favorite posters from Guru Mark of the Wolves is that with Ryo and his in Takuma's school. They use that Enter the Dragon poster. Like it's iconic as fuck. Like how can you not like this? See, that one is the most basic bitch ass fucking.
I wanted to find something that you can tell it was the 1970s. You know what I mean?
It is. It's definitely 1970s.
I wanted to find one of them. But and let's not get it wrong. Now here's the other thing though about this one. This is one of those covers where you can tell Warner Brothers is like, give me the best you got.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
All in on
you
that.
can tell that Warner Brothers really wanted this. Like it's so funny, Eris. I agree with you. It was incredibly hard for Bruce Lee to get a movie, but at the same time, there was a push of white people was like, this might be it. You know what I mean?
They didn't realize.
I'll give Warner Brothers that they dumped into this movie.
Then the thing is they didn't realize what they had. Well, no, I think they realized what they had, but they just realized it too late because you get Bruce in 1973 when you could have got him in the 60s. You could have got you had him as just a sidekick character, but you didn't realize you have someone who is of main character status from the beginning, who has been pitching ideas for you, trying to get into the scene, has friends in Hollywood, and he's been a teacher to a lot of the Hollywood stars at the time, and you still sideline him, ignore him, or whatever. It took for him to have his movies made overseas for you to recognize that.
But that shows you how closed off it was, man.
It was.
If you were any other color, good fucking luck. And if it was like one of those movies that was Spanish, yeah, you just filmed it in America because they didn't show it in America. So Bruce really literally had to go up a mountain. Like, here's another thing too that's really
Shards
weird.
of burning glass.
Here's another thing that's really weird too, and I want to say weird, but when it comes to Jim Kelly being in this movie, there's a big thing about Jim Kelly being in this movie for one good reason also. During the time, the dude that ran one of the karate institutes in America, he kicked out the dude I said before, Count Dante. He kicked him out for one of the main reasons he kicked him out was because he was teaching minorities how to do karate.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a black eye that the United States Karate Association had to carry for a while because it was straight up. They didn't want to serve minorities. And one of the biggest things that happened during the whole Black Power movement of the Civil Rights movement was us defending ourselves.
Yep.
And that's when you started seeing self-defense classes, and they were all karate too. And they were all like karate or kung fu or whatever, and they were all in the hood. White instructors were instructed not to teach us, much like they weren't instructed not to teach us how to swim or to do anything that made us think we could be more than what we are. They didn't want to do that shit. So Jim Kelly was a big middle finger, and
the fact that he was taught by Bruce Lee,
and that's what I'm saying. And that was even a bigger middle finger that was done by Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee. Look, I really mean that when I say like he was one of the reasons why there's even black people on television. It sounds fucking weird, but even because all of it's hand in hand in a weird way. So it's just very interesting when you look at how big of an impact this fucking movie is. Shit got moved around, shit got done. People learn how to kick because of this movie, nigga.
I mean, that's the thing too, because it's like, just the fact that it got made is just wow. And especially with what the story is telling, because it's like you could tell this definitely for sure was not a Hollywood production because they would have changed a lot of shit.
Yeah, it was between Hollywood and Golden Harvest. It was more of a collaboration because Bruce brought in people and Hollywood had their people. You had a language barrier going on as well. Yeah. There was a lot of stuff. Like, it honestly was a miracle that this movie was finished in the time that they had to make it.
Yeah. I mean,
shout out to a lot of the art house people at that time too, because art house people were the only way you can get any foreign movie into America. So all the movies that came from like Europe, Russia, Japan, all the art house people always saw them shits. They were a big reason why Bruce Lee got over too. Same thing with Jackie Chan in a weird way too. That same kind of section of white people open that door for there to be martial arts and all the rest of that hit. So it was a major. This like I'm sorry. Y'all don't understand how fucking major this movie is.
No, because this movie, it's kind of crazy because even when you get to the part where he's going down on the ground and he ends up fighting all those folks, it's literally Bruce like putting on a fucking show, showing off what he can do.
I like how Bruce is mostly. Here's the thing. Yeah, now D will stand by. I got Scott Adkins and Michael John White fucking Bruce Lee up. But that being said, there's something about a Bruce Lee kick that makes you go. There's something about those kicks that's like, no, you know what it was? It was the breakdown joke, the pop, 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 that joke that he always did the 3 kick joint.
For me, it's the fact that we're seeing Bruce literally go through the weapon select while he was wrecking house.
You like tonfas? Or he'll fuck you up. Oh, you like?
By the way,
he went from bow staff, tonfas, the nunchucks, and I'm like, oh, it's a wrap.
By the way, I had to tell my sons, yeah, believe it or not, who does he look like? My son was like, Nightwing. Yeah. Because of Bruce Lee, we got fucking Nightwing. like Bruce, y'all don't understand how bad Bruce Lee was. Nigga.
And D knows this. That one part in Young Justice when Nightwing was fucking up them niggas with the with him, Batgirl, and fucking and Tim Drake were fucking all them dudes up, and you saw Tim Drake. I mean, Dick just literally doing just Bruce Lee shit. I was like, yep, there it is. There it is.
That it's so funny. No, when the nunchucks come out, now me and my son said the same thing. We look at it, I'm like, you know what I love about nunchucks? That they're super devastating, but any martial artist will tell you off the break, no, don't use nunchucks.
They'll tell you not to use it. You have to be, first of all, which goes into Ninja Turtle territory. Michelangelo has the one weapon that takes like the most discipline to master.
Like I said, I love the fake
Keep practicing.
lore. I love the fake lore. Us Ninja Turtle fans saying the reason why you gave it to him is because he's the leader. We're like that. And like I know each one of them was like, that's a cool story, bro. Cool story. But when you listen to it, you know one of them like each one like Leia was like this. I wish I thought about that shit.
That's where, like, nah, that scene alone in that first movie when that Foot Clan soldier's doing all that shit, and Michelangelo's like, oh, that's nice.
Oh, a fellow sucker, eh?
Nah, just to end it off with him just spinning around, like, keep practicing.
And that's like I said, and Bruce, like
both sides impressive, by the way. I go back and I watch that scene on YouTube all the time.
Bruce Lee. Just straight up, like I said, all that shit's iconic as a motherfucker. Yeah, but
the Boondocks with Ruckus versus Huey.
Yeah. They pretty much took that same sound effect from this movie.
Nah, the fact that it freeze frame with both of them doing that fucking high kick in the air, I was like, all right.
Hey, Donovan.
It's like Aaron McGruder being a fan of martial arts movies.
But that whole and this is what makes it funny, like that whole thing with not about to say Williams, Roger and Bruce fighting all those fucking other guys and stuff that Han keeps throwing at him, like, kill him, go. I'm like, you're sending them to their doom, sir. Like, did you not see the first 6 guys that you threw at them? What are we doing here, man?
Chris, this is Mr. Han. These men were expendable when they filled out the application to be a Hansman.
I'm standing there and he's telling me to fight them. I'm looking at him like, you ain't paying me fucking enough for doing this shit. You
knew the risk when you signed up to be a Hansman.
That goes into my whole thing. So
your 401k will be sent to your next of kin.
So let me get this shit straight, hard. You are getting. I was asking myself now, okay, this is how you
1970s.
It's like, so you getting all the martial artists together. Okay, but you know they can still come in there with guns. And I said this out loud. One nuke takes out that whole island. And my son said, well, Dad, that's why they're getting all the martial artists together. Why? So when they launch the nuke, they can just parry that shit.
Fair.
I know, right? Fair.
That is fair.
That's a fair.
Still stuck.
He said, nah, Dad, they're gonna do the gin joke when they do the double. I'm like, shut up.
I'm still stuck on the fact that these motherfuckers are getting.
No, I was like, they're gonna do the joke. They really do a little backwards.
I'm just still stuck on the fact that these motherfuckers are really getting a pitch, and they were in fucking orientation. It was like, all right, if you do 5 years on this island, you get a pension. All right.
Question. You know for a fact that because this is Mr. Han and this is on an island, this is not a union job.
This is not a union job. No, this is not. When we say there's overtime, it is mandatory overtime.
I mean, I've seen the uniforms. I've seen the disheveled look on these guys.
This. I got to be real with you guys. This work site is 7 days a week. It's 7 days a week. Don't worry. It's a flowing system. You're not going to feel nothing.
Tagging the yellow belts.
Tagging the yellow belts, bruh.
Boy,
nobody, not a single Hansman stood a chance. Then come in then bring in the release, drunken Islanders.
Hey, them drunken Islanders got more to lose. They about ready to just say, fuck it, let's go.
I like how Han.
Hey, shout out to the one who actually ate the full bear claw scratch from Han.
Hey yo. I like how Han went to every rec center in China and got the first niggas he saw to be his henchmen. None of these niggas knew how to throw a punch. Like none
One
of
of the
them.
guys that were in jail had his shirt open and was literally fucking up the dude that Han's henchman that had the bow staff and shit. And I was like, wow, this is a movie in and of itself. I want to see
Nah,
this.
I like how when they came back after Han died, and you got that one dude that's still there
pushing
jumped
him.
by 3 niggas.
They just pushing him.
That beat the shit out of this dude.
Yeah, he's already dead. Don't
What
matter.
you gonna do? Your master's dead.
I don't
Yeah,
even think-
Kelsey.
I don't even think they even knew that Han was dead. Because
No,
remember,
me
that
and my
fight
sister-
between him and Bruce took deep in the room.
I was swearing. Nobody knows what happened. No,
They just knew that Han ran that way. Bruce came back. Everybody was either on the ground dead,
tired.
tired.
Still niggas with white shirts trying to fight back. That's all they
I
know.
like how Bruce looked at Roger and was like, yeah, they got here pretty fucking late.
Dude, the fact that
I was
even
really ready for Bruce
Polo-
to go like, I was really ready for him like, cop always come late. I was ready for him to say something
No,
like
see,
that.
no. See, Bruce would have said that if he had lived another 10 years and did another movie like this.
Well, you know, Bruce Lee would have been at a Black Lives Matter protest. So
I need you to stop.
Bruce would not been at the Black Lives Matter protest.
That man was
would- hold on.
still be living in Seattle.
That being said, though, he would have been in DC for the Martin Luther King Joe for the happy birthday. He would have been there for that.
And he probably would have
Bruce
appeared.
would have been there
Hold
for
on.
that one.
No. He would have been at the Million Man March.
Ah,
Why are you here? It is important for Asian people to be
Nah,
a part
nah.
of this.
No, you gotta remember. No, D.
At that point, he live in America.
Nah,
He don't
D.
have that speech impediment.
No, D. Stop. First of all, number one, it'll be 95 at this point. Number two, Bruce had been living in the U.S.
That's what I'm saying.
for far many years.
This nigga got
He
a
would've
New York
picked up-
accent at this point.
He would have picked up an accent from somewhere and he'd have been sounding full American. He would not be talking like how Pat Morita talks as Mr. Miyagi. Like he would be full stand-up comedian
I
level.
like how Pat Morita lied to all of them white folk all these years. Oh, Morita, I don't talk like that. I talk like this.
look,
and that
all
was
I'm
just a
saying
character
is,
that voice just came to me.
all
And
I'm
also,
saying is,
Pat Morita, when you talk to him, talk like a nigga.
He did.
Yeah.
He was
Look,
best
he
friends
talk
with
like
Richard
a black
Pryor.
man.
He was
We
best
met-
friends with Richard Pryor, bro.
No, not Richard Pryor. Red Fox. Red
Red
Fox.
Fox.
was his best friend.
Red Fox.
yeah, Red Fox put
I
him
could
on.
have sworn he.
Yeah.
I know. Well, okay. Red Fox was one of his friends, but I know he knew the other comedians.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
of course he did. He was
Yeah.
all part of that circle too.
Look, all I'm
of
saying
them
is
part of that
this:
circle.
we missed out on the imagery of Bruce Lee with the '70s aviator shades at the rubble of 9/11. We could have had that.
Bruce Lee with the aviator shades. Bruce Lee still ripped with the 1970s headphones in front of a DJ kit at a Y2K party.
Michael, no, hold on. Bruce Lee, Game 7, when Michael Jordan was about to shoot that.
Oh man, listen.
I really mean this. It would have really truly been gigantic.
Oh, it would have.
No, I really mean this actually, what I'm about to say. Bruce Lee at the very first UFC.
Oh man,
Yep.
you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That is-
Monumental. And that will have legitimized the sport off rip.
No, as a matter of fact, I would say this, gentlemen. I believe if Bruce was still alive, that the story of Mark Kerr and them, nah, it would have been
That would've
Bruce.
changed.
All of that would have changed. Bruce would have
Mhm.
been the one that would have just started UFC, and the amount of red tape that he more than likely would have to go through to get it not sanctioned. Like
I don't
to
think
not-
he would have I don't think he would have started. I think he would have been there to legitimize it.
Well, that's what I'm okay.
Not to take part in it. He
No.
needs to be there to be on the microphone. This is the wonderful thing that we wanted in martial arts. They needed that.
But that's what I'm saying. He would have been traveling the world and bringing the world of UFC to the masses.
Exactly.
While everybody
I
was
mean,
trying to
he
get
did
it, while everybody was trying to get it banned, he's like, no. Like, we're letting everybody know this is clean sport.
that. Exactly.
You know,
right.
like injuries are gonna happen, you know, like in any other sport, it's full contact.
Bruce Lee and Steve James would have been insane.
Now,
Steve James, Bruce
hold
Lee,
on. Now, do you want to know something funny? Thank you, Tevin. Because D likes to be a little bit reality of everything of the future. I think Bruce's career in America would have been shit, but that door would have been wide open to do like 4 or 5 canon movies, and he would have said yes. And we don't know where the trajectory would have been, because you know for a fact Menachem Golan would have gave him a Brinks truck and say, put whoever you want in this movie. That's what I would like to see. What would happen if Bruce Lee got to do at least if Bruce Lee got the same contract that Charles Bronson got from Canon? That is something I would love.
That would have been a game changer. But
that would have changed not just action movies in America, but it would have changed action movies that were getting filmed in Hong Kong at that time. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I would love to see him in canon movies.
Bruce Lee and Bullet.
Yeah,
Bruce Lee. Yeah.
Can you imagine Bruce Lee in a no? Can you imagine? Just imagine, if you will, for just a moment, because we've seen it with all the other martial artists. Bruce Lee in a car chase.
You want that? I don't.
I want that.
No, that's like me. That's like me. Chris, I'm sorry, Eris. I'm sorry. That's like me wanting to see Sonic the Hedgehog being a NASCAR jump.
Here's the thing about this. No,
again, I'm talking about expanding the range.
But here's the problem with that. It's the same problem that happened with Jackie Chan, where Jackie Chan, we know, he tends to go on range. If you remember, Jackie Chan did that movie Thunderbolt. Great movie, by the way. Mm-hmm. But in the grand scheme, people don't really care for it because it's just he's not fighting. He's just doing racing. And he did a good job of showing that, but nobody really was like, yeah.
Any movie where
Chris,
he's not kicking a lot, they do that.
If I may, Chris. He did that because Mitsubishi said he owes them one.
Oh, I know that, but what I'm saying is to just do that, and people kind of like, even if you put your best foot forward in it, people are just like, eh.
All right, I got a good one, guys. If you could pick one, what Chinese detective movie is he doing?
Ooh,
you can only pick one.
Detective D.
Like I say, is it going to be Better Tomorrow? Is it going to be Hard Boiled? Hold on. Is he going to be in Infernal Affairs? Like, where do you see him as an actor? Where would he been at? I think I don't think Bruce.
Fair.
Sorry. I was saying that given I was saying given the fact that Infernal Affairs took place in 2002,
that is a little bit too far.
And Bruce would have been up in age at this point.
Yeah, that's a little bit too far. My bad. You know what I mean about it. I'm sorry.
No, but if we were to if we gave him I would say that his real stride years would have been 80s going into the 90s. He would have had the rest of the 70s, all of the 80s to put out what he needed to put out
in the 90s.
And by the time we hit the 90s
let's give him 1998 is his last action movie. Is the last
I could see him. Okay.
Let's give him 1998.
I would have put him in the movie at that point.
That was the last. That's the last.
I could see him being in Black Mask.
I could see him doing. I could see him doing. I could see him doing a cameo in maybe one Jackie movie, but I doubt it.
Nah, he would have done it because
I don't know what movie it would have.
Remember he put Jackie on.
Yeah, you're right.
Or he was the one who actually saw Jackie as the next big thing.
But would he do one of those? Like, would he do any of the Jet Li movies, like Iron Monkey or anything like that?
Well, Once Upon a Time in China. See, there would have to be interest, like Golden Harvest. Between Golden Harvest and Eastern Star, any of those like production houses would have to have an interest in Bruce because there was a lot of people that came out of Hong Kong, especially from the like I said, going back to Peking Opera House,
Peking Opera,
and people that were on TV. Was it a TVB for Taiwan television? A lot of stars came out of that camp, and oh man, to throw Bruce in there, Bruce, if anything, would have had cameo appearances. He would have had a lot of cameo appearances. That I would see. I would see him doing that. I would see him playing various roles. He could either be a villain in one movie, he could be a good guy in this movie, he could be in this he could be like a supporting character in another movie. I see Bruce like really trying to expand his range.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I ain't saying he couldn't do drama. It was just one of those things where it's like
I like put it this way. I could, because I knew what actor he was before he died. I don't think he would have been an actor. That's all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think he would have. Oh, and don't get me wrong. I think he would have tried, and it mattered how the movie worked out. You know what I mean? I think he would have definitely tried.
What I could have seen him being. Oh God, this is something that we were denied. We were denied the Bruce Lee stunt team.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I hate to be this person. Oh, this is a weird one.
Or his team of choreographers.
True. We would have, but I'll be real with you. I think the world needed Jackies.
Yeah.
No, I mean, no, for sure.
I hate say you see what I'm not trying to cancel out what you said because you're right, but it feels like I hate saying, well, you needed to die because we needed, you know, I hate saying it like that. It's
but
more, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's
I know what you're saying, but bear in mind, Bruce Lee wrote this movie. He wrote Enter the Dragon, and he wrote Game of Death, not the one that we saw in 1979. Go back and watch all the footage that was left on the cutting room floor of him going up the pagoda.
And that's the reason why I got giddy thinking the idea of him doing canon movies, because they would have gave him the keys.
Here's where you want to know why he would have got the keys for a canon movie? Because his only movie that he ever directed, Return of the Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say this though. As much as I talk my shit about Mr. Han, I will say him and Bruce's fight at the end I did like the drama of it. Like, even though he runs there, puts the claw on, and then they're fighting, he gets his hits in, but just that one scene where he leap kicked him in the face and you just hear the
Nah. It's when he started dogging about. When he went pure Goku beating up on somebody with a lower power level. When he hit Khan with that quick kick where the dummy just flopped over.
The dummy flopped.
Boy,
apparently they sped that scene up.
My kids lost it.
Apparently
you're right. You're right, Chris.
They sped it up because it looks like, holy shit, he kicked the fuck out of him, but like they sped it up to get the impact right with him kicking it.
It looked.
Bro, it was just bam. I'm like, holy shit, like you should be dead.
And then I was like,
the yoink of the dummy.
He was about to put this nigga in. I'm like, he about to put this nigga in DDT. He did swing his foot back and kicked him in the head. I'm like, yeah, Bruce,
stop.
No.
Leave him alone.
No. When he did that move, I said, Harada took that same move and gave it to Law.
No, here's the thing too. Even before that, it's him constantly doing what he did to O'Hara, except he just kept fucking tripping him up at the fucking knees and shit the whole time.
And I was telling my son,
the fact that we got the slow motion side kick 2 times in this movie with the eerie music playing.
Okay, no, but.
Woo,
you know
very
how
much,
dangerous of a chance that probably actually would have happened? I don't think it would have happened, but do you know how close to the sun it would have gotten? Holy shit.
No. Do y'all say this? I'll say this. You know how much of a flex that would have been for Steven?
I was in the movie with Bruce Lee. It was amazing.
No, Chris. This is action Trump we're talking about. He would have said, Bruce was in my movie.
Well, you know,
I didn't snap his neck.
Bruce came to my movie.
I could have, but I didn't.
And he was like, we got to make a movie. And I was like, I got something there. I like how Steven Seagal gets out of breath telling a lie. loved it.
That, yeah, I can see him doing that.
That is wishful thinking.
Yeah.
I would have loved, because here's the thing, and I only have my words about Brandon Lee because we don't know what he would have been. He's a real big anomaly.
What was that
Yeah,
movie?
he
No, you know what? Shout out to both Bruce and Brandon. They both did movies that had Bolo in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Showdown Little Tokyo.
And the other movie, what was it? Not Avenging Fist. God, I can't think of that movie, but it was a movie where he legit tried to somewhat emulate his father's style of fighting.
Yeah.
And I was like, Brandon, I see it. You've been saying it for so many years that you never wanted to be in the shadow of your father, but you did a movie where you were fighting just like your father.
I think
Brandon
he
Lee
would have
is
been
the anomaly. You're right, though.
I will say this. I only use an
Rapid fire.
anomaly because we didn't get
Yeah, thank you.
Because real talk, it was before the time of the internet, so we didn't know his full personality. We didn't know what he fully was into, if he really did want to kind of move into martial arts or he did want to do this. We didn't get to really know this person. So it's a big question.
I believe his
even
son
down to what his star power would have been.
I believe his son. I believe that him being the son of Bruce Lee, he wanted to be more of an actor than his father.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's where I was talking about. We really don't know what his true desire as an actor would have been. It could have been that he wanted to do action but not martial arts. It could have been that he wanted to do drama. You know what I mean? We don't know where he would have been. And I really hate saying this. We wouldn't know what the legacy of the Crow would have been if he never died. That's why it's such a big question mark. I get why people want Fetch to happen with that, but I'm like, there are way too many roadblocks and question marks for us to even say that Brandon Lee would have even been good. I got a
flashpoint idea. Bruce lives, Brandon still goes.
Shit.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Let's be real.
Let's
be real. The shit on the Crow, it wasn't like somebody came in there and assassinated him. It was just a freak accident.
It was a freak accident when they killed him.
And that's what I'm saying. I hate to be this person. If he never died, and I think the Crow would have just been another edgelord.
It would just been a one movie. I don't even think
it would have been an edgelord '90s movie that people would have forgotten. No one would have.
It would have been the same.
We would have never got the sequel with Toy Train.
Now, granted, yeah, I think it would. I think if that movie stayed the way it was, even he didn't get his shot, I would definitely agree. Like 8 years after it came out, it would have been a resurgence. It would have been shown on TNT a bunch of times, whatever. I do think it would have eventually got its flowers, but we will never know because of the death of Brandon. You know what I mean? There's just so many question marks for that, man. I hate really making assumptions with Brandon Lee's life. I really do.
But I did enjoy, like, he gets into that Hall of Mirrors, and then all of a sudden, the dubbing of the whole. If you take out, what was it? He said, "If you take
the
out,
enemy, like the enemy hides behind many faces. It's just, like destroy the illusion, and the enemy will reveal himself."
AKA, just destroy the mirrors. And
he's like, "Oh, we're in a like Hall of Mirrors. All right, crack, crack, punch, crack."
Gotta be real. The yelling of ah.
No. When Bruce stopped and he looked up, you just saw Han like that. My son, oh, damn, that's it. Okay.
Well, you know,
my kids were so upset. They were so upset.
He just missingly.
No, D. You beat Han. Well, you guys want to get something to eat? It's only 5:30.
Hey, really? Hey, listen.
Y'all want to go Godfather's Pizza?
Now, I'm not gonna say. I ain't gonna say it's anticlimactic, but it is one of those. That was it. Shit.
No.
You destroyed all the mirrors, and then you just get with the there he is roundhouse kick.
And again, my sons are becoming A-class riffers. The second Bruce went through that door and spun him. Whee!
The push of the door. Something I always thought leading up to this movie, the way Bruce takes out the main antagonist, I would say probably the most gruesome one by far had to have been Big Boss.
Yeah.
Because dude, you get 10 fingers of death in the sternum. You're bleeding out.
Yeah.
And even with that, Bruce punches you. You hit the ground. He gets on top of you and does the tackle and and multiple punches over and over again.
For that to happen, that would be like the Barry Gordy's Last Dragon is already like well, I can say iconic, but like kind of just I get what's the term? It's a cult classic, right?
Cult classic, and they couldn't afford them.
It's Barry Gordy. He had a lot of fuck you money. I think he could have made it happen.
I don't think he would have. I think that's a pipe dream.
That
is a pure Negro pipe dream. But that being said, I wonder what Bruce Lee, I do ask this question. When we get a mic to your face and it says BET on it, what will be your answer to the black people when we say what you mean? What would Bruce Lee say back? And I think, and of course, we don't know how his heart will change or anything like that. Yeah. But I would think it would still be one of, I'm proud of what I did. Black people, y'all like kung fu. Holy shit. I knew y'all would.
I mean, he had respect for Muhammad Ali, so you can say as much like
Bruce realized that, a good example, the whole joke. Remember Jim Kelly went back to his old dojo, seeing all those bro. Guess who helped run that dojo? Thanks, Bruce. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I would love to know what I hate saying this because black people, we shouldn't care about what any other race thinks about us. But somebody who has given a lot to us, and I really mean it, and I would have loved to see Bruce see that. We love that nigga. We fucking loved him.
I mean, we love him.
Because of Bruce, we showed Jet Li love. We showed Jackie Chan love. You know what I mean? I think you gotta think about how big of that is. Both of those dudes have been black movies.
I mean, but that's the thing, and I think that's what
would have been interesting. All three of them in a movie.
I think that probably would have been a thing that would have happened.
I think they would have tried to make that happen. I don't know if
we were denied. We were denied a Dragon Tiger Gate style movie of Jackie, Jet, and Bruce.
It'd be Bruce's last movie. He's like 68 years old. He's like, this is it. So if we watch the action scene, this is a good action scene. You can tell that Bruce is slow, but they're working with him, so it looks cool as fuck.
I mean, that's that. I mean, but that's
right. We got denied that.
But let's be real. Like I think that's the impact that Enter the Dragon had, and especially like when you related to the black community. Like we already watched martial art films, but this was like the pinnacle. This was the Godfather for us. Where it was like, oh shit! Like this is.
Because not only was it a big thing for Asian people, it was bigger for them, of course, but it was big for us because who that nigga with the afro?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect afro.
A lot of people didn't know who he was.
Yeah,
who Jim Kelly was. So it's like, who is that with the afro? Who that cool looking brother? Yeah, he died, but did you see him in there? He had the Adidas on. Dude. He was on fighting, nigga.
Dude, the fact that him and John Saxon were over here hustling everybody.
Yo,
exactly.
I love the side betting that they was doing. Like, hey,
that scene.
Look, I'm gonna take a dive for three moves. On the fourth move, I'm dropping them.
It's the look on his face, like
he's like, nah, like get two more out of him. All right,
get two more. I like that.
It's the subtle nod of like,
because it's like my man who was really helping on betting, and he's like, nah, my man's getting dropped. I ain't betting you, dog. Nah. And then as soon as he gave him that look, like, how many we got? He's like, hey, look, 4-1 odds, and he goes, all right, cool. He gave him that look, John. Like, hey, did he take it? Did he take the bet? It's like, yeah, he took the bet.
Man,
all right, please dropped him. By the way, did you guys know? The dude that John was fighting, and when he was doing the side betting, and Jill bet on when John was fighting old boy and old boy was dropping him, I recognized that dude. That guy played the son of the main bad guy from from Big Boss.
Oh,
So this is recycling folk.
He was the one. He was the one that Bruce fought in the ice factory.
yeah.
Cool.
I mean, it's Enter the Dragon was definitely one of those things. I mean, even down to the soundtrack. I mean, the soundtrack, the theme
All
of the fucking
all the
movie.
way to the yes, it was fire. All the way to the Jackie Chan neck snap. Just Jackie's 2 seconds on screen. You try to grab Bruce. What are you doing?
What are we doing?
What are
here?
you doing?
Look what he did to my neck.
No. It's the line from Family Guy. That's not how you sit in a chair. It's like, you don't grab Bruce like that.
It's like trying to grab Bolo. It's like, look, I laugh how Bolo ate them kicks from that one guard that was trying to fight him. I'm like, yo, he ate that shit. Like, what was that? Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like,
Bro, I love that 5-piece combo that Bolo was given like a couple of cats, because you just saw them stiff punches just coming out, but it was in combo form.
hey, look, man, Bolo thought
I
he was
never wanted to get punched by Bolo.
Hey, look, man, Saxon got arm barred up before he said, "Fuck this shit." Bite.
Yes, he did. Man, bit them heels. And then wouldn't you know it? He hit Bolo so hard. What?
Bit them heels.
Oh.
What?
He did.
Anyway.
He bit them heels, and then he hit Bolo so hard. Bolo just keeled over and rested on the toe box of a random goon. I'm like, yo, that took him out.
Look, it was
Bolo's
a nut shot.
gone.
It was a very hard nut shot. It was,
Again, students of Bruce Lee.
it's the Saxon special. He nut shots a lot of people in this movie.
Hey, look, he learned from Bruce.
Yeah.
That is a Bruce special, sir.
It's a Johnny Cage special. Just, like, done.
That would be Van Damme. Split.
Oh man, what we got next?
But that is Enter the Dragon.
Yes.
I want to blame this on Chris, and then I want to blame it on Eris.
Wow.
I'm blaming this on Chris because you keep mentioning this movie and now it's here. I'm blaming Eris because, come on, D. It's our 15th year. Let's do everything. You mean do everything? Let's do everything. If you say we're good at doing bad movies, then let's. Yeah, let's. This has been on our list for a while. Fuck you, Eris. Fuck you, Chris. Fuck you, Eris. Fuck you, Chris.
Habibi firebombing got a missile tuck. If them robbers come through, then I guarantee they give it up. Lifestyle huge, this basic bitch, she in the little stuff. Hit a bucket, shit, I'm getting.
These two
Do the Nova Force. Do
these
the Nova Force.
actually making me proud. 3BG, we do not take no pleasure in finally having to talk about a movie that we didn't want to talk about.
What happens when you get the lady, one of the famous women from Golden Girls, one of 4 famous women from Golden Girls, and you pair her up with Sly Stallone?
No.
Remember that time where he was like, remember that time where remember that time when he went over there and she had his gun? He was like, don't clean the gun. You clean the gun, it's going to get ruined.
No, stop, gentlemen. First of all, let's keep this all the way what it is. What happens when your biggest rival says that he's gonna do this next action movie and goads your said rival into taking the movie first, and then come to find out I was never going to do this movie? It is absolutely terrible. You got suckered in. Congratulations. You played yourself.
Well, to be fair, the revenge is Arnold did Jr., so it's like, I got you.
But Junior was
Here's the difference. I actually got to act. And you know what they didn't say? It's the skill daddy. What you did it? No, they didn't do that to me. They did it to you. Like, here's my thing. This movie is bad, but it is one of these movies where we're going to mention every time we get to the bad part. Just imagine, y'all, Arnold Schwarzenegger is in a movie theater with the fattest stogie going,
he's like he's like out. He's like no, he's like Robert. Shit.
He's like in Cape Fear. He's like Robert Nero and Cape Fear.
D, gentlemen. Again, fattest stogie on finger does this to Maria Shriver. I told him to put that in the scene.
It's amazing. Look at him.
Sure,
look at
Arnold.
him. He's
Sure.
going to put on. Now look at him. He's going to put on the diaper. He's going to put on the diaper. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go down. Go down. Go down.
Yeah.
Get down now.
Sir, this is a multiplex theater. What are you doing?
If PB Herman can do
Hold
it,
on,
why
hold
can't
on.
I?
Does it look like I'm getting fellatio and smoking a stogie? This is America.
Because I'm a stud and you're a loser.
That's what makes this so hilarious. This movie is bad for a couple of reasons. Now, I hate to. This is the last thing I will say about this movie. I will say this. Cinema Snob said it the best. There's a scene in the movie where somebody asked him, he's like, why would you do that? And Schwarzenegger had a look on his face where it hits him that he's doing this movie. He goes,
It's my mom.
and the look on his face is he's just dead inside because he knows Arnold's like, go ahead, say the line. Say it's your mother. Say it's your mother. This is great. Anyway, that's what we're doing next week. Stop or my mom will shoot.
Yay.
Hurrah.
Hurrah. And in mind, we will catch you guys later.
Again! You fucking idiots!